Hey, kind of an off-the-wall question. I read yesterday that Alton was sleeping in the office. Have you ever done that?
I have.
Okay.
Yeah, I think most of us in this profession have probably done that. Typically, I would say it's usually on a short week. A lot of times on those Thursday night games. I know, especially when we have a home game, it's like you come right in and you kind of grind through, but it's kind of the mentality of whatever it takes. I don't think anybody wants to necessarily do that. I don't think it's always the best in terms of just we are totally committed and you dive in and you want to put everything into it. There has to be a little bit of some sort of a release, I think, in terms of just balance and whatnot in your life. But yeah, no, it's whatever it takes. That's the mentality.
So you've done that here.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Can you speak to the impact of the Washington running backs in the passing game and the challenges that come with defending that element?
Well, yeah, they've got three great backs. All of those guys present a big challenge especially when you couple it with the fact that they've got four receivers that are legit dudes, and so it presents a lot of challenges in terms of matchups. I was with J.D. McKissick in Atlanta, and he was a wide receiver, and he's done a hell of a job just making that transition and really finding a niche for himself. And this is, I don't even know what year, is it 7 for him now or something like that. And anytime you got a guy like that has that versatility, he's a really good route runner. And I think it's true of the other two guys, and Gibson and Robinson. So I think it's just they're three really good backs.
Matt, is Sammy going to need another week, or is there any chance he could go this week?
Yeah, it's kind of up in the air right now, I'd say. He's gotten through practice the last couple days. So we'll see how he responds. And certainly I think we'd like to get him out there, but at the same time, you don't want to put a guy at further risk. So we'll just kind of see where he's at.
About the same thing for Colin Hill. Does he have a chance to play, or is this kind of his training camp and he just needs some more time?
Well, we'll see. Again, he's all these guys are kind of day to day right now. I think anybody that's out there practicing on a regular basis, you don't want to, totally shut the door on that. And he's done everything we've asked him to do, but he's coming off a big injury, and we want to make sure it's right for everybody.
Man, what do you think of just how Dave has done, kind of settling back in, especially with the, kind of gradual process you guys had him on to play as much as he did last week?
Yeah, no, Dave's done a great job, and certainly you can feel his presence out there just in terms of not only just the play. I think his play's gotten better and better each and every week as well, but just that, it's nice, it's comforting, I think, for Aaron, for the rest of the guys in the huddle that have, Dave's played a lot of ball, and so hopefully we can keep building him up, and where you don't worry about it.
What were your thoughts on how the defense performed this past Sunday when they had three safeties on the field?
Who our defense?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I thought we did a decent job. We got to do a better job of obviously at the end of the game when everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run the football, and you gotta step up to that challenge. But I thought, no, those guys have been performing well.
We talked at the start of the week about their pass rush and then also the troubles against stunts. Do they show a lot of that, Washington's defense? I guess our team probably does it, but is that a big part of what they do?
You're saying all the
Yeah, right. Yep.
Yeah, no, this is as good of a defensive line you're going to find, and they're without one of their creatures up front as well. So no, they do everything really well. They're powerful. Certainly, we talked about it earlier in the week, just in terms of when you see some of the pressures they're able to generate with just four guys rushing. That makes it a challenge, and I think they're stout in the run game. So it's going to be a great test to see where we're at. Certainly, I think our guys are eager to get back out there, and we know that from an offensive line perspective, it wasn't up to our standard or anywhere remotely close for us to play winning football. But that's the beauty of this league. You get another opportunity this week, and we're going to have to come ready to play because this is as good of a unit as you'll find out there.
Do you know who your starting five is at this moment right now? Up front?
Maybe.
If you tell me, I promise not to say it.
Okay. No, we're still, I think everything's, until we kick off, we're always up for whatever we think is going to give us the best opportunity to win, and, but I'll just leave it at that.
A number of the veterans in the locker room have been talking about keeping the vibes high and positive energy. Why is that so important after a slower start in the season?
Yeah, I think, certainly I don't think we're where we want to be. But, you look around, again, the landscape of the league, and there's a lot of 500 teams out there. It just is what it is. And if you don't come your best, or if you don't bring your best every Sunday or every time you take that field, you're going to get beat. But I think just in terms of staying positive and staying confident, I think that plays a huge factor into being able to win football games. And so certainly, again, I think our guys are not necessarily happy with where we are, but the only way you get through that is you got to continue to grind and work and put that work in so you can go out there and be confident on Sunday.